So it has been a minute. Like, I've not uploaded on YouTube in quite a while, and when I have, it's been like 3 months apart between each one, just because work is hectic, mate. I'm working like 6 days a week and I haven't got 5 minutes for myself, and that's why uploads have been dry. So I need to sort my work-life balance out. But anyway, today's video is an upload with training, an update of where I am, what's happening in the future. I'm just gonna waffle, usual bollocks. I really need my camera to charge. Keep getting my finger in the way, look. Anyway, I want to tell you something while it's charging. I am loving hot cross buns at the minute. Like, everyone knows I'm a bit of a slut for a bagel, but I'm loving hot cross buns, and I have it with like 30 grams of raspberry jam, and I have a shake, a banana, a bit of fruit juice, carb overload, obviously with a protein hit from the shake. I don't know, it's just my go-to pre-workout meal at the minute. Right, so pre-workout is quite limited at the minute, so I'm having half a scoop like twice a week. So the reason being that food is really high, demand for caffeine isn't there. When I'm dieting, I will probably be relying on this a little bit towards the latter weeks of the cut. But yeah, I don't really need pre-workout much at the minute. We're going to hit shreds upper today, so usual kind of stuff. From the last video, not much has changed in terms of exercise selection. So I've got a lying cuffed lateral rather than the machine, just because I feel like I'm getting more out my medial delt. So if you're getting more out of a movement, regardless if you do it twice a week, I think just do that movement. Why would I just do a machine lateral just because it's different from a push session? Like, if I'm getting more out of the cuff one, I'm going to do that. So that's in. Then I've got incline bench press. Then I've got pull down supinated grip. Then I've got Nautilus explode chest press. And then I've got a T-bar row for the upper back, chest supported. And then what else have I got in? Why is my mind going blank, mate? This ain't ideal. And then I've got another press, so shoulder press on this Star Trek shoulder press machine, which actually felt alright, surprisingly. And then I've got just 2 isolations for triceps, so no biceps, just triceps, and a dumbbell skull crusher and a push down, which is pause, challenging in the lengthened range. So yeah, that's the session. I'll run through kind of why I'm doing X, Y, Z, waffle, a load of shit. Hope you enjoy it. Remember to like this video, by the way. And if you know me, you've not subscribed, can you please do that? That's quite rude. Let's get to 500 subscribers. I've noticed that subscribers are coming in. I've not been uploading. So yeah, if you can subscribe, that'd be great. Anyway, see you at the gym. I'm back with a voiceover in the gym on my own. So yeah, training is actually quite good at the minute, but I'm training on my own pretty much all the time, which doesn't make it ideal for getting content, because like, it's just a bit of a hassle, you know, trying to set the camera up, do my set, stay focused on the session, you know, and try and get someone to spot me on certain movements. It ain't ideal, you know. All my mates don't want to train, they're just too busy being virgins. So yeah, actually one lad I train with a fair bit, he's actually injured from an accident, which ain't ideal. A little shout out to you, Sam. But yeah, I'm gonna break down this upper session. Started off with a lying cuff lateral. Obviously I spoke about why I've got this in rather than the machine a bit earlier on, just because I get a better connection to that. So cues in terms of that exercise is keeping your shoulders depressed, keeping them down, not retracted, keeping them down, and just dragging the elbow out, and just thinking about good contractions. With lateral raises, don't be, you know, so fixed on being relentless with progression in terms of numbers. Just, in my opinion anyway, just try and actually feel that muscle working, because it's such a small muscle. The chances of progressing it with load every week is pretty slim, in it. You know, you're not going to take a lateral raise from 5 kilos to 50 kilos. Could you imagine that? It just wouldn't happen, would it? So yeah, then I went on to that incline bench press, so I'm a little bit behind here with my voiceover. Whoops. 100 kilos for 7+1, which is actually 2.5 kilos up from last week. Felt actually pretty good. In terms of depth, that's as low as I can go without hurting my shoulder. Unless I tuck my elbows a bit more, then it'll become more tricep dominant, which ain't the goal. But so I need to just work on a little bit of mobility to potentially get a little bit more of a stretch in the pec. But you know, when I finish that set, my pecs are pumped, so you know, I'm not really too worried. So yeah, that's progressing well. Then went on to this pull down supinated hammer strength bit of kit. I've had this movement in now for like over a year. I'm just messing around with tempo and stuff, because I really like that machine. I don't really want to rotate it out and use something that I don't get as much out my lats with. So just using like maybe a second in the stretch, second when the lat's short. So obviously I'm doing the pull down before
the T-bar row, just because obviously the strength profile of the lat, obviously stronger in the length and range, and as we get the lat short, we're weaker. So to me, it makes sense to prioritise doing that first and spending a second in the short and range while we're fresh. Then I went on to Nautilus chest press. I think it's called the Explode, something like that. So just thinking about controlling the weight. Like before, I've moved like 4 plates on this, but you know, I ended up running into shoulder niggle, and I was just moving low from A to B, really. Like, I still got quite a bit out of my pecs, but this is a lot better. So all I was thinking about is keeping the scapula retracted, staying in position, just like punching the elbows together, just driving that humerus across the midline. After that, this is into the T-bar row. Just think about keeping the elbows high and wide, allowing that scapula to move, because obviously the muscles I'm trying to target here is attached to the scapula, so movement on the scapula does make sense. So yeah, top set of back off on this. So all the exercises, apart from maybe a couple, there's 3 sets, most of them just 2 sets, top set and the back off. So yeah, with this T-bar row, main thing, I should probably be slowing this eccentric down, but to be honest, when I'm going above like 12 reps, I do speed up the eccentric, because otherwise the set will take about 3 minutes, and that's just not ideal. But ideally, maybe slow down the eccentric a little bit. So yep, after that I went into the shoulder press. So I've never really used these machines, the Star Trek ones, the pin loaded kit, because obviously they've got the plate loaded stuff, and I usually prefer that. But I've milked the progress on the other ones for a while, and I've hit a massive plateau with the Atlantis one. So just rotate it out, put this in. It actually feels really good. Actually feels more comfortable for me. So I'm just going to keep this in and, you know, progress it for as long as I can. So yeah, it's feeling good. You notice I've got a slight bit of arch in my back, just because I feel like it puts me in a safer position, and I'm going to hit a little bit more of that top line as well, that upper shelf, in terms of the clavicular fibers of the chest, which is never a bad thing. Everyone needs a bit more musculature on that top line. And then yeah, after that I just went into some tricep work, some isolation. So dumbbell skull crushers, you know, pausing in the length and range, and in the push downs as well, actually. So just a bit of metabolic work, getting a lot of blood in the triceps after the pressing. So yeah, that was the session. Biceps on my leg day the following day. Upper is normally stacked with exercises, so I don't want to be doing biceps when I'm absolutely smashed. So I'll do that on my lower day tomorrow. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the voiceover, hope you learned something. See you later.
The other day, literally, like, when was it? Tuesday? I was at the gym that I work at, PT, and I got into a bit of a fight with some guy, because I told him to put his weights away. I can't talk too much about it, because, you know, I can't voice my opinion on what I think about it, because I'll end up probably getting disciplined at work or something. But imagine telling someone to put the weights away and they're trying to fight you. Like, what is wrong with people? This ain't got a balance on here, is it? I'm gonna have to hold it. Anyway, so yeah, this is pretty much wrapping this video up, because I've got nothing really else to film, so I don't want to drag it out for the sake of it. So I'm just gonna quickly go over an update of where I am and what I'm gonna be doing on this channel. So I have got about 3.5 weeks left of gaining, and then end of February I'm going to go into a fat loss phase to get like really lean, like the leanest I've ever been. So I'm quite excited, and I've kind of like, I've had enough of this gaining phase now. Although I'm enjoying all the strength gains, like, I'm ready to just like not force feed and get lean again, because chubby cheeks are here now, like well and truly. So I can't wait to get lean again. But anyway, my arm's aching, I'm waffling, you lot probably don't care. So hope you enjoyed this video. Please drop it a like if you did. Subscribe to the channel to support me, and so you don't miss other videos. So yeah, I'm gonna go home, eat, sleep, train, repeat. Yeah, see you later.